Hey, thank you for checking out my video. I am going to cover today my top 5 reasons for setting roots down in the Baja, Mexico. Really brief background of what my life has looked like. I was teaching yoga full-time in British Columbia, Canada. I purchased a house just about 12 years ago. I owned it for 9 years. I sold it roughly 4 years ago and chose to come here and buy property and start kind of working almost towards a little bit of a, it's not really a semi-retirement, but a retirement from chasing dollars, from working full-time and or being controlled by a boss. Let's say I am self-employed here, and I'm going to continue to be expanding that arena for myself, and I can do that here thanks to the number 3 reason. But not to jump ahead, let's start with number 1. The number 1 reason that I love being down here is I have such a sense of freedom that it impacts my day every day. Every day that I get to walk my dogs off leash and not worry about getting a ticket or having someone yell at me because my dog is walking on their property, or any day and every day that I can roll a stop sign, not because I'm going to put someone in danger, no one comes to a complete and full stop here at a stop sign, or any day that I want to have a bonfire on my property and I know that I can do it without the cops showing up. These little freedoms matter to me, and they make me feel lighter, less oppressed every day. And so that's the number 1 reason for me to come here. Number 2, the sunshine and beautiful weather, beautiful climate, beautiful landscape, the ocean, the Sierra, the palm trees. I love all of it. I've never been tested for seasonal affective disorder, but I'm pretty sure that I would test positive. I really shut down in the winter months in BC. It's the gray more than the cold that shuts me down. It's the lack of color. And so here I feel like the Energizer Bunny, and I can just run on solar power, and I can run on the color and the blue sky and the green plants and the colorful flowers. It all really keeps me inspired and keeps me feeling healthy and energized. So I do love that about this place. Also, I should say, when I say Mexico, I know Mexico is a huge country, and there are different corners of the country that are very different from one another, and the Baja is quite different than the mainland, and in all ways, in climate, in lifestyle, in cost of living, it's all quite different here. So I am talking about this little teeny piece of Mexico that I have chosen to call home for now. And we can't sweep this whole country with one brush, just like we can't do that in Canada or the States and say, you know, East Coast is the same as the West Coast. It's all quite different. So anyway, reason number 3 that I chose to put down my roots here and pull them up out of Canada is that I could buy property here outright. And so I actually wrote some notes about the numbers for when I bought my house in Canada to explain to you why it matters to me that I was able to buy property outright and not have a bank holding a mortgage over my head. The house that I bought was $314,000. It was listed for $345,000. The owner gave me a great deal. I got it for $314,000. I put a down payment of $16,000. The minimum down payment I could make is 5%. I took a 40-year mortgage to keep the payments as low as I could, and I kept the house for 9 years. So for 9 years, $1,500, give or take $100, went to the bank to pay the mortgage. For 9 years, $1,500 a month that adds up to $162,000 in 9 years that went to the bank. When I went to sell the house, I find out the principal is $295, meaning that the price of the house that was $314, I had only paid off $19,000. So from $314 went down to $295. That's a difference of $19,000. $143,000 went to the bank in interest, and that's only in 9 years. So if you take that over a 20 or 25, 30-year mortgage, even 40 if you had to do what I did just to keep your payments low, how much interest we are paying on our properties, to me, is outrageous. And I didn't want to give the bank that much money anymore. And so here I could afford to buy property outright, meaning now I own it and I have my camper on it. I don't have a house on it yet, but I have this great 22-foot toy hauler. I could live in this camper for years to come. This really works for me. I don't think in Canada you can as easily buy property and put a camper on it and live in it. There's so many rules there that you probably wouldn't be able to get away with that. So it was a financial decision to stop paying the bank so much money to try to own something. There is a fee here that I pay yearly, being a foreigner owning property here, that is paid to the bank, but it's reasonable, and I will make another video about that another time. Number 4, trying to keep this brief. Reason number 4 I love being here is fresh produce, locally grown all year. Right, there is never an end to the growing season here, and I can see the food that I'm eating being grown all around me. There's pepper patches, papayas, strawberries, tomatoes, mangoes, avocados, lemons, limes, bananas, like you name it, potatoes, cauliflower, cabbage, everything is grown here, all the greens that you want, and they are here local. So I love that, and we have just started growing here on the property as well. Just getting started, but I've got some tomato plants going. I just actually had my very first tomato off the tomato plant today. It was awesome. Lots of herbs, basil, oregano, garlic, what else? Hot peppers, passion fruit has started here. We have a bunch of banana trees, and it's really easy to keep that all going when the weather is good all year round. And the last reason that I love being here and have chosen to set some roots down here in Mexico is the friendly people. I find whether they are local or they are like myself and have migrated here from somewhere else, the people are generally friendly, and dare I say friendlier than the average person I would run into in BC, Canada. No disrespect, Canada, I love you, but people there are a little stressed. They are working hard. They're in traffic every day. Whatever their challenges are, I don't know, but it's got people relatively uptight. And here, people are relatively relaxed, friendlier, have more time to talk, help you out if you need, and just be kind of all around a little more easygoing. Like, you're never going to get honked at here unless it's someone saying hi, and it's just an easygoing vibe, and I really value that. So I'm curious what you value in your life, what you love about where you live. Please put it in the comments. Also, if you would put any questions that you have, any videos you'd like to see made regarding Mexico and or healthy living and lifestyle, because those videos are coming as well. I am a registered yoga teacher, and I am really looking forward to making some yoga videos for you. It's just a matter of creating the space here on the property It's taken a little longer than I'd like, but we're getting to it. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.